Sir, research on final stage. Something what took so long? Oh, it's just me a pig because I take forever to do these commentary dubs, right, Sire Goku?
Yeah, you told me we were gonna do this like 2 months ago. What the hell?
No, I said we're gonna do this 3 months ago. And actually, that's when I started recording. I actually told you, I think, late November.
Yeah.
But
it was back when we were still doing Symphonia 2, and I'm trying to get that done because we're doing 2 other commentaries at the same time, and doing 4 would just be redundant or ridiculous. Any particular reason why you're doing Battle Network 2 instead of Battle Network 1?
I'm glad you asked, good sir. Actually, I was about to expand on that. See, I personally, my first Battle Network was 2, and I did play 1 right after I did 2 just to see what was up with the story. And that didn't happen till emulation because I played this with the Bishop cartridge thing. But essentially, when I played 1 and 2, 3, and 5, I don't think I did play 4. I like 2 the most as far as Robot Masters go and chipsets they had.
You know, that seems to be a running theme for Capcom because Mega Man 2 seems to be everyone's favorite, and a lot of people don't care for 1 because of how ridiculously difficult it can be.
As far as Battle Network 1 goes, 1 was actually pretty good as well when it comes to Robot Masters and the chips, but I think 2 is just a little bit better with it. But even the story for 1's actually pretty good because I didn't expect that to happen. I mean, I played part 2 and a little bit of part 3 until I realized what part 1 was about.
The only one I played was Network Transmission, which I guess is a prequel to the first game.
I have no clue to that.
I think because it talks about the WWW before it actually exists, but Dr. Wily's not in the game. It's weird.
Could be.
Because I know because I know WWW is Dr. Wily's like hacking program thing and whatnot in this series.
I actually forgot what it meant. It's been so long. Even when I just played this, I forgot what WWW meant. It's not World Wide Web.
No, it's like Wily World something or other, but...
Well, anyways.
So what's the point? What's happening right now? I mean...
Well, right now we're just like, hey, this continues off right after part 1. Not like exactly right off, but like a semester from school, I guess.
See,
but
I'm looking at this, and I'm sorry, it's not even... I'm going to retract it. I said this kind of reminds me of... No, this is starting to remind me of Digimon with Mega Man. Good God. Rand looks like he should be in Digimon. Maybe it's just the character design, but...
Yeah, I was say, maybe I think it's the character design, the art design's throwing you off, but...
It essentially definitely looks like Digimon. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but...
Before we expand on that, I need to wrap up. What's Battle Network 1 about? Well, there's going to be some spoilers to this, but they're also going to bring it up, so you need to know this. Also, there's Duo on the right. We just finished MegaMan 8.
I was about to mention that.
This is the first time I actually saw Duo. I never played 8, as you saw, blind.
Right.
But essentially, Mega Man Battle Network 1 was Lan and Mega Man finally meet. You're meeting up with friends. You're making friends with Dex, Mayo. I forget the other girls' names.
Yeah,
but
I can't remember either.
Eventually, you fight the WWW, who is evil. You fight Wily's viruses. Wily's trying to take over the world. You befriend Chod and Proto Man, and then right at the end, you guys are about to fail, but you discover that Mega Man is actually Lan, our main protagonist's older brother, who died during childbirth, I think, but Dr. Hikari, Lan's father, manages to save him by putting him in special Navi format. So they bond together at the end of the game and they fight and they win through love and brotherhood and all that stuff.
Okay, that's awkward.
It was just thrown right out there, like you barely have any leads to it. So there's that. Anyhow, I skipped the tutorial because there's a tutorial right after you jack in, which is the homework. And I figure, you know what? I can explain this myself.
Right.
As we play along and, So right now I'm just showing you folders, like what's in here. Your main folder can hold up to a maximum of how much data you can hold, which you find out throughout the game in cubes or boss fights.
Okay.
So it's like, think of Mega Man as a walking USB stick that kicks ass.
It makes sense. No, I figured that because Lan always needs to find a computer to log into in order for him to do stuff.
Anything with the jack in port, essentially. But as you see, I fucked up picking the attack first and then the sword. You're supposed to pick the sword then the attack to carry over. And I forgot about this. I was just going in fresh. Yeah, see, I was like, wait, I wanted my 10 attack. But I'm thinking more like of Mario or another RPG status. You gotta cast it first.
Okay.
But no, it's actually just follow-up. So if I wanted that 40 damage cannon to do 50, I should have done the attack up right after the cannon.
Right. Hey, Mets.
Metar.
You
as they're called here.
You have way too much HP to be Metars. Oh, but you still get killed in one shot, so I guess you're still just as pathetic as ever.
They're actually pose a threat later on. Barely though.
I can understand that.
But yeah, you're gonna have to go for it.
Yeah, sorry.
Go for it.
The only other Mega Man full-on RPG I ever played,
oh god,
which is the only one that I actually have, is MegaMan.exe Command Mission, which is a full-on turn-based RPG, and nothing like this. And in all honesty, because I'm glad I got it as a Christmas present, because I'm sorry, just for me, Mega Man does not work as an RPG.
I think this one works pretty well as far as Mega Man goes. And then when you mentioned Transmission, I never played Transmission. I was gonna give that a try.
Network Transmission plays pretty much the same as this, except instead of battles looking like this, they're just
2D.
They're more traditional Mega Man.
Yeah, that's what actually got me interested. Personally, I love Battle Network a lot. I know you don't like it, but
I don't hate it. It's just
I didn't say hate. I just said I know you don't. You're not fond of it.
Okay.
It's like, but still, I want to show you that hey, this is what it has. I know you may not want to play it still after it, but at least you got to see what this is all about.
Right, and I appreciate that. I mean, I've seen a few videos of it, and I get the basics of it. And again, I've played Network Transmission, and maybe Network Transmission was not the best game to start myself off with, but I don't know, because that game kind of spoiled me by the fact that Network Transmission does not play out like all the other Battle Network games.
That's definitely true. But anyways, I gotta bring up that in the menu there are letters, asterisks, and types of weapons. Basically, if you want to use different lettered weapons, like let's say a pickaxe, a bomb, and a cannon, they have to be the same letter and you can pick them. Okay. But if you say you have a cannon that says C and a cannon that says D to G, you can pick them all because they're all the same type.
Oh, that makes sense.
So for example, I got LLL, so I can pick L's. So I kind of like this because when you're fighting enemies, you do get chips, and it's based on how fast you beat them, if you don't get hit, and how you kill them. Later on, I learned this right after I beat the game that there's that I'll bring up later. There's something cool on how you beat enemies is what you get later on, and I can't really expand on that without spoiling it. But for those who know, yeah, I didn't know about that till now. So again, going on with this is like it's kind of like Sticker Star. I played a little bit of Sticker Star. Some people didn't like Sticker Star, but I kind of like how you have to itemize your own preferences. If you're into swords, you pick a lot of swords and close combat items. If you're into range, you pick that. Grenades, you pick that, and so on.
Right.
Also, per usual classic Mega Man rules, you have a Buster Shot and a Special Item Shot. So when you're in the battle, you can use your Buster Shot and Special Item in between. In this sense, B is Buster Shot, A is your item. Or your chip.
Now, you mentioned earlier that there was Dr. Wily in the first game. He's the leader of the WWW thing. Is there an equivalent to Dr. Light in this franchise?
Like Light or...
like Dr. Thomas Light? Like
yes. Yes and no. Okay. And 2 times yes and no. Because your father is actually kind of the equivalent of Dr. Light.
That's what I was going off of. Like, it's either Lan's father is the Dr. Light of the series, or or someone in the school, because I was gonna think, from what I've seen, like the principal of the school is supposed to be Dr. Wily, isn't it?
I don't recall, to be honest.
I thought that was how the first game was. Like the principal was Dr. Wily, and he was just taking over the school because Dr. Wily, and that's what he does.
I know he goes by Lord Wily. But I don't know if he was a principal.
'Cause I was also confused because I thought like the main villain from Network Transmission was Dr. Wily, but it wasn't.
Well, I'll expand on that later. But right now
because I did beat Network Transmission. The final boss was a bitch, but I beat it.
I love it when bosses are hard.
The only reason that boss was hard is because if you use up even one of the boss weapons, you're screwed.
Oh, it's like a crash bomb thing.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, if you miss, you're fucked. I hate when games do that.
Alright, so I think I remember what the WW meant. It's I think it's called World 3 or something. Or maybe that could just be its Japanese name.
Maybe. So you have Gutsman now, apparently.
Not really. It's a good thing I could bring this up, but in the beginning of the game, you're like, hey, we're gonna go meet at the Net Square. We heard there's this cool virus busting program thing going on. Like, oh, hey, I wanna be one. Alright, let's all meet up. And now we're doing the test. And essentially, we just gotta find these chip data that are scattered throughout the net. So with that said, we gotta walk around and find all these chip data, and I know where they are. For some reason, I remembered where they all are.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, because that would have taken forever. So you can talk to Gutsman. It's like, oh, where are they? I'm Gutsman and I'm an idiot.
Gutsman's always an idiot.
Speaking of these triangles, before we get to this, why I brought this up, but those triangles there. Oh, that's also I'm gonna do transitions from somewhat. I'm thinking about it. If I do get in a battle, I'm just gonna show you the end of what I get, unless it's a new enemy like these guys. Before we go back to the items, let's talk about these guys real quick. These guys will hop around, and then when they're ready to attack, they will line up and shoot you, and they can also paralyze you as such. So they also canceled my shotgun, and I ran into that.
Yeah.
So
I don't want. You're just showing off the healing and stuff. But do you actually gain levels in this game, or?
No, you're actually a program. You have to upgrade yourself.
Okay.
So like you gotta get more memory for more chips. You gotta find data on the web or buy them for health upgrades or damage upgrades.
Okay.
But those prisms you saw, the green and blue ones, there's also a purple one. The green ones respawn every time you leave the net. So if you were to get like 500 Zenny, you can go back to the same spot after coming out and walking back in. You have to actually jack out to get it.
So you can farm for items and money. That's good to know.
But it's always something different.
Right.
And usually if you try to farm it, it gets lesser. So try to remember where they are, but don't over farm it because Anyways, this is where you find the a bug frag. These are used to exchange. They're kind of like fragments that you exchange, kind of like star pieces from Paper Mario.
Oh, okay.
That's essentially what they are.
So you can exchange them for power-ups?
There's a purple one. Those are used. You need a special item called an unlocker to get those. They usually have really good items or really bad items. So I don't really know what's what. So I just hopefully have enough Zenny to buy them. And then the blue ones are like regular treasure chests. Once you open them, that's it. They'll never come back. But they do have something nice. Sometimes you also get power-ups. So it's always good to roam around. Anyhow, we got the chip selection system. And it does exactly what it says. And he's going to explain it to me, but I say no because here's an edit.
I do like all the technology puns that all the character names are.
Yeah.
Like LAN and... What's his sister's name again?
He doesn't have a sister.
Who's Roll's navigator?
Male. Mayl.
Like all the human character names have something to do with computers. I think that's pretty cool. I think that's pretty clever.
Yeah, Dex is I forget what Dex, but it has to do with coding. I don't know what Mail's up. Yai is just a normal Asian name, I believe. But what's cool about this game is that before we go back, there was a door you guys saw. It was just like a regular door sign. That's like a forum board where you can just talk to people. But since this is just a Game Boy Advance cartridge, you can only talk to the computers. But it's cool because they do leave you items and stuff there to check out. Secondly, you can jack in and out of any electronic you can. And that's pretty awesome. So that kind of gives you some sense to explore. Because you also get some nice items too. Alright, so I'm sure you're wondering why the hell this music's going on. Right, Sire? And why they're just standing there like idiots.
Well, they're waiting for you.
Okay, so you're caught up to that. But do you know why?
No.
Alright. So we got Dex, he's like, I'm a badass and I'm gonna die because I'm an idiot.
Sounds about right.
But remember how I said the kids wanted to meet up in the Net Square so they can all do their virus busting? Well, Yai wasn't there and her net Navi, I forget his name, I think it was Glideman. He's like, yeah, she's been gassed. And that's why you got this music.
So basically the excuse to go through tutorial dungeon?
It's not really a tutorial dungeon. It's actually just a dungeon. The tutorial you get is what I skipped. Is the first thing you jack into when you jack into your computer.
Oh, okay.
Which is your homework.
You that.
Your homework is a tutorial. Anyhow, Mail emailed us a chip, which lets us summon a roll. Also, there's a chip. There's a jack and chip in here, but it's dusty. You come in here later. So that's cool, you gotta remember stuff.
If I remember correctly, Roll's a healing Navi?
Yep. She attacks for 60, she heals for 60, and level 2 is 80 to 80, and 3 is 90 or 100. Anyways, Dex done gone fucked up, and now he's fucked over. So now we're gonna try to save Yai by jacking into the ventilation system and trying to fix what's up. So I think it's kind of cool how you have to jack into items and you like, it's kind of like talking to well, you are because you have a net navi, but you're like, hey, why are you guys fucking up? And here are the programs for like, something happened and we don't know what the fuck's going on. So now we're MegaMan, we're trying to figure out what to do. We also have some platform hazards here. Nothing too hard, but yeah, worth making note of.
Oh god, wind platforms.
Yeah. If you guys are wondering who the bad guy is, this game has a habit of making it clear, kind of like a Scooby-Doo cartoon. The first person they meet is usually the bad guy. So essentially, the first person we saw in this game that wasn't the kids was that guy in a blue suit with wild yellow hair. He's pretty much the bad guy.
Makes sense.
Who his net navi is, can't say. Anyhow, later on you can charge your Buster Shot, but you have to upgrade it first, kind of like in Legends, I think. Wait.
I don't think Legends had a charge shot, but I get what you're saying.
I thought it did. I could be wrong.
It's an RPG, so you have to upgrade it to increase your attack. That makes sense.
Yeah. Anyhow, I also need to make a note that any chips that I get, I'll let you know if I remember that I equipped it. Because I'm not going to show you guys me equipping stuff, because that's just a waste of everyone's time.
Right.
So, here's area grab. Essentially, I just took over 3 of his slots in front of him. If he was standing there, it would take up the 2 slots that an enemy wasn't standing on.
Okay.
So example, if he was standing on slot 1, only 2 and 3 would be taken and he would take 10 damage.
That makes sense.
But slot 1 would still be with him.
Those air currents aren't hurting you when they push you, are they?
No, they just push you.
Okay.
But we get to turn, here's a puzzle. It's so hard. Just have to turn it on. But yeah, random battles do happen a lot. But it's nice.
Is it... How frequent are they? Is it like every 5 steps or so, or is it...
Let me think of an RPG I can compare it to. I want to say the counter rate is about that of Earthbound.
Okay, it's not too bad.
Yeah, not Earthbound 1.
Because I've played RPGs where you go into a battle and then 1 step later you get into another battle. And it's like, good God, I just fought you.
Anyways, we're removing the ventilation shaft so we can free Dex now. So that's cool. Now you won't die.
Fuck.
Another cool thing about this is that right after we save them, we're gonna talk, all that fun stuff. You can when you start the game again, you don't have to start all the way from square one. You just jack in where you left off. So that's pretty cool.
Huh. So the game assumes you've already played the first game.
No. What I mean is you know how we just left off saving him?
Mm-hmm.
The game's not gonna leave us where we're standing here and jack back in and walk all the way where we were. It's just gonna start us right here.
Oh, okay.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
Well, that would be kind of redundant to have to walk all the way back out.
You'd be surprised.
Did the first game do that?
No, I'm just saying you'd be surprised that most RPGs do that. Kind of like how Tales of Fantasia gave you a prompt, do you want to transport there or walk there? Originally, They never gave you that option. The SNES version. If you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Oh god!
Well, it's a good thing I got hit, now that I was thinking about it. But yeah, you get an item. And this is the first power-up you get. It's an HP memory, which increases your HP, as you can see on top of that, 110 HP.
Yay.
And I didn't bring this up, but there's so much things I have to explain, which is good, because this is all story. At first. Exposition everywhere!
Well, that's what happens with the very first part of a new Let's Play. Oh god! Oh
Yeah.
good, you finally cut ahead.
Transitions are good. But, I hope you're taking notes, Sark, because I'm going to test you on this later.
No, you're not.
Don't say that, because I might. As you see, my HP is not always displayed on the top left. After every battle, you do not heal HP, and you're wondering why the hell do I have 120 HP? I got another HP up. So, there's that.
Just show where you got the HP up.
I think I got that in between. The net area. I forgot to mention it though. But you don't heal after every battle, but you do heal if every time you jack out. So if you have 10 HP and you got your ass handed to you before the first changing the next screen, you're gonna be like, oh crap, I need to heal. It's a good thing I could just press the R button, jack out, and jack back in, and I'll be fully healed. There are also items you can carry with you, a limited number amount, I think 3 or 5. And you can heal your MegaMan like a normal E-Tank.
Well, see, logging out and logging back in would be really frustrating, because then you have to go through the whole dungeon again.
Yeah, the whole beginning. But, you know how there's a World Wide Web and everything? Let's say your house, you can start off from your house and that's where you are in that area. But you can see Yai's computer here, or that one's connected to the web, so if you had her passcode, you can actually jack in through her computer, go through her passcode, and you could be at another area of the web. What I'm trying to say is this is crucial to remember because you're going to be going through that. Also, Serverbot.
But the Mega Man Legends.
It's a throwback, though. Anyways, I was looking in the room for the fan that we needed to save Yai. Now that we turned off the AC, we can actually fan out the gas from her. As like so. And I think it's a funny animation.
God damn it.
It's like, I must succeed! I must succeed for Japan! But yeah, now we can
Japan just likes putting their flag on everything.
Well, it's really easy to put on. Pretty sure they just throw a tomato until something white and it works. But anyways, we realized, oh, the gas, it came back on. Why? Maybe because that one hasn't been turned off yet.
Oh good, you jump cut to it. Oh god.
Yeah. It's him. And I thought it was pretty cool how they put Airman, in part 2. And also as the first boss for Mega Man Battle Network 2.
Well, it makes sense for Airman to be the boss in this stage with all the air currents.
But you gotta consider that Woodman was in part 1.
Well, I can't consider that because I never played the first game.
Oh, well, I'm trying to say, so we got Reg Up 1, which is, our memory has been increased by 1 megabyte. The chips we use have a size byte variation, which is what I was talking about as no matter how much space you have is how much you can equip. Anyways, see, that's the bad guy we saw in the beginning. The guy from the gas company.
Oh yeah, that guy.
And he's like, I'm not working for the gas company, I'm just trying to, like, gas kids and kidnap them so I can make money and shit.
Oh god, it's the MegaMan version of Phoenix Wright.
Alright.
I don't know.
Keep sucking gas and die.
He just kind of looks like a character you'd see on Phoenix Wright.
So this is the only time you're gonna see me do this.
Oh god.
Because I thought it would be fun for me to do it while editing.
Airman can't be... Well, yes, he can. God damn it, Airman.
But yeah, this is how the attack pattern works. He throws whirlwinds out, and you gotta be... Some of them move slow, some of them move fast, and that's about it. But you'll see this attack right here going on.
It's the heat, man, damn it.
It's still part of the video. Anyways, he has this air cannon blast that he's pretty much throwing an air blast from his chest. And I think those are his only 2 attacks. As per usual, later in the boss fights, you're gonna learn that touching a boss, like in the regular Mega Man's, does just as much as damage as being hit by them. Or even more, sorry.
Okay, so you can run into them. That makes sense.
Yeah, sometimes they'll teleport to your spot, even if it's not their color.
That's kind of bullshit.
Anyways, this guy is weak to swords the most. Well, there's not really a weakness, but big hitting items such as swords will cause flinch. So there's that to consider. Anyways, Airman's pretty much gone. This is his 3rd attack.
You just kicked his ass.
Yeah, blades really do a lot of damage. His 3rd attack is he summons 2 whirlwinds from any random spot, and they're gonna move at a straight line towards. One's gonna be towards Airman, the other one's gonna be towards out this map. But that's it for this day. That's right, this game operates by days.
Oh shit.
And a day is considered by how many times the game says, yeah, I should probably go to sleep so we can hang out next time. Which is kind of weird. But it's also kind of cool. You saw me naked!
God damn it.
Like, no, it's like, no, I turned off the gas, but he made me come in to take you out. And I just love what she's gonna say next.
Something tells me I'm supposed to hate that girl.
She's rich. She's a rich little kid, but she's also quite a pickle, and also her head is fucking weird.
Just by looking at her, I can tell she's the girl that's supposed to just be a total bitch.
She's not, actually. You'd be surprised. Even with the money she has.
Oh god, is that Professor Oak? Oh my god.
That's actually a generic sprite for a man.
That looks like Professor Oak, I swear to god. I'm not trying to make these Pokemon parallels, I swear they look like that to me.
He looks more like a, I don't know, like a Takuma, but that's just me. So it's like...
Oh god, there's a bomb.
Yeah. The new enemies are like, hey, don't fuck with us. We're gospel. Anyhow, this is that for this part. I'm Opig Flick, and I got Sire Goku.
See you guys later.